Hello. This week's way to be a better human is inspired by drinking some damn water. Okay? Put the coffee down, put the energy drink down, put the tea down. Go get some straight, plain, regular water. Okay? Your body needs it. All right? That headache that you have, the crankiness that you're feeling, the cramps in your legs or anywhere else, go get some water. Your body's a desert. Okay? Fix it. Water. Now. Anyway, remember what you put into the universe, you receive from the universe. So, how about you drink some frickin' water? Hello, boils and ghouls, and everyone creepy in between. This is another episode of the Average Ghost Mom Podcast. Holy cannoli, y'all, these past however many weeks have been bananas. That's all I'm gonna say. I've got so much to update you guys on. Um, and I write it down. Like, I have this new system and how I'm doing my episodes, and it's been working really well, and it's kind of nice because I get to write down all my thoughts, all my little teeny tiny thoughts from my little teeny tiny head. And then I just talk about it. Isn't that crazy? I just talk about it. I get to do whatever I want to do, and I'm doing it right now. Um, One of my little teeny tiny thoughts is anybody okay? Now, granted, I know this is a major ADHD problem, but is anybody else the kind of stupid that I am? Like, it's a known thing that people with ADHD can get their left and rights mixed up. Oh my gosh, mixed up. Like, I know I definitely did not help my case when I was growing up because, like, as a kid, at least in America, we're taught you look left, right, and then left again before you cross the street. Look for the car that's going to hit you first on the left, and look right, and then you check left one more time. But because my left and my right were mixed up for me as children, because I was a little dumb, I would say look left, right, left again. But I would look right, left, and right again while saying the opposite. So now, as an adult, um, I've got a loose marble because of this. I get my left and my right mixed up all the time. I've told my parents, you know what? I've told my mom. I've scared my mom. I've worried my mother. I said, I'm going to get L and R tattooed on my hands so when I'm driving, I know when someone says, "Oh, turn left at this light." I know which way I need to turn. And my mother's like, "Please do not." uh, she's mildly concerned that I will do it because I have free will, but I can assure you, if I did, it will not be very big. I promise you that. It will be very small, which might kind of defeat the purpose because then it's like, wait, which what letter? I can't see it. Oh, okay, this way. Also, so you know how our months are numbered? Like January is 1, February is 2, March is 3. When I get to July, August, September, I I cannot just pull out of thin air like that what number those months are. I get those three mixed up. I know April is 4, I know May is 5, and I know June is 6. I know December is 12, I know October is 10, I know February is 2, I know January is 1. I could not just tell you August, September, and July. I constantly get those three jumbled up for some reason, and I don't understand why. I have had time to think about it, so I know July is 7, August is 8, September is 9. But, like, when people are like, oh, when's your sister's birthday? I have to say August 2nd. I cannot tell you 8/2. Because when people ask for my daughter's birthday, that is 6/2, 6/2/19, you know? Like, I've got those numbers down. June 2, I got it. Because I know June is the 6th month. But July? I don't know. 4th of July? I don't know. It's July 4. That's it. It's not 7/4. That's not, no. It's July 4th. Well, 4th of July, but still. I don't know. Is anybody else with me on that one? Or maybe does other people have like months, other months that they just can't remember? Because, like, the only reason why I can remember May is the 5th month is because of my birthday. My birthday's in May. So, if I didn't have my birthday in May, I probably would not remember that May is the 5th month. So, um, been thinking about getting Ava a pet, but I'm gonna see how well she does with keeping this bamboo plant alive first. Bamboo's pretty resilient. My child is more resilient. Um, so we'll see how that goes. But we've, well, oh, also, I've not discussed this at all with Josh. So, not that he's ever going to hear this because he doesn't listen to my podcast, thankfully. But if anybody who listens to this knows him is like, oh, Christina brought up about you guys are thinking of getting Ava a pet, he's going to be completely clueless about it. So, don't bother. Uh, that's a conversation to have later in life, okay? But I did a little bit of research. Oops, sorry if you heard that. My stool. It's a spinny stool. It's a squeaky spinny stool. I have a list. I have uh, I have chosen this list because the pet has either been listed on a list on multiple websites about being great for beginning pet owners, usually because the pet is low maintenance, or because the pet is fine with being held. It's great for children specifically. So I've got a hamster, a gerbil, a guinea pig, a tortoise, and a bearded dragon. Um, Also, these choices come with tank or cage size as well, as Ava's room does not have that much more space. I mean, I could get rid of a couple things and it would open up a whole bunch, but she wants her kitchenette. She loves her vanity, you know. So, and her room is kind of just an overall weird shape anyways, with where the door is and a window and the bed and the closet, and yeah, it's just overall kind of weird, but we make it work obviously. So, that ends up meaning that space becomes limited to an extent. But we're going to hold off on the pet thing for now. We're going to see if she can keep this bamboo alive. If she can keep the bamboo alive, then, we'll consider it. But she also needs to keep her room clean. She's not doing a very good job of. So, um, let me see. Oh, do you guys have any suggestions about first time pets? Maybe any first time pet experiences? I know some people probably have the whole, oh, my hamster died, but really it wasn't dead, it was hibernating, and then I didn't know until 13 years later. I'm sure people have fun stories like that. I'd love to hear them. Please send them in. That would make me laugh hilariously. I had two gerbils. Well, my sister and I each had a gerbil. Therefore, consequently, we had two gerbils growing up. And my gerbils, the gerbils, they were the cutest little things ever. I loved them. Um, my dad had hermit crabs. My dad had, I think that he had budgies, not parakeets, growing up. Well, when I was a baby. We've had a toad. My parents currently have two red-eared sliders. I've always had cats and dogs. I even had fiddler crabs when I was in high school, but my cat got them. Little turd. So they didn't last as long as I would have hoped. But yeah, I've had a small array of pets. So I know that like I could take like I would have no issue with taking care of whatever pet we got for Ava, but it would mainly be used as like, okay, you want a pet, you got to be responsible with the pet. So I am open to hearing what you have to say about that. Definitely. Oh, Nana and Pop Pop came um for one of the weekends. Uh they had some business to take care of, and so they were just spending the night, a couple nights at our house. But it's always fun when Nana and Pop Pop come. We love it when they come. Always a joy. Let's see, Labor Day weekend. What did we do Labor Day? I just wrote down Labor Day weekend. I didn't write down what we did. It was a 3-day weekend. We did something. I know we did. We didn't just stay home and rot. Like, I went out and did something. But I could not tell you for the life of you what it was. For the life of you, for the life of me, what it was, what happened. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know I went grocery shopping. I know I got the house cleaned up. I slept in a little bit, I think. I don't know. I have no idea what I did Labor Day weekend. And that's the whole point of me writing this stuff down is so I don't forget. So when I'm updating, like when I'm doing like my personal journal episodes, I know what the heck I did. And now I can't remember what I did. Anyway, we didn't win the lottery, I'll tell you that. Uh, I have never put money into the lottery, but when it got over $1 billion, we were like, well, maybe we should this time, you know? We didn't win. Shocker. I saw a ticket in Texas and a ticket in, I think, Missouri. They got to split the $1 billion. So, good for them. Good for them. Um, oh, our anniversary happened, I think, or maybe it was past our anniversary. See, I don't remember. I need to write down the dates of like when all of this stuff happened so that way. Yeah. I think my anniversary happened during the span of writing down things that happened to me personally in my personal life. um but anyway, okay, so I am a water cup drinker, but I don't have a million different cups. Like, of course you have like your glasses and your cups that are of general drinking use in the kitchen, but then like I have that thermos cup. I have not a tumbler. I never got into the tumblers. Tumblers have always been like a big thing, and I'm not a tumbler. Well, actually, this might be a tumbler. I don't know. What I had before was a matte black, double layered plastic cup with a straw, and it had ghosts on the outside, and it was from Spirit Halloween last Halloween I got it. And that was my water cup. Every single day, fill it with water. I would go through water. I'd drink at least 1 cup of water a day with it. Um, it went with me everywhere. If I left the house, it was coming with me to make sure I had something to drink at all times, or at least a vessel to hold water at all times. And a few weeks ago, I was grocery shopping. Now, when we had moved into our new house, already I had accidentally got a crack in it then because I packed it in a box and the box got squeezed a little bit in the move, and then when I took it out, I noticed it had a small crack. But it was on the outside lining, so it wasn't going to spill any water. It was still fine, whatever. Well, I dropped it at Walmart. I was unloading groceries from the cart into the car, and it slipped out of the leg hole where the kids sit. It slipped out through the leg hole and it fell and it cracked up, dinged up, everything. I was like, oh god, this is terrible. This is terrible. I don't want this cup anymore. It's supposed to be matte, smooth, untextured. I've been dealing with this one crack texture in it for a whole year now. And now all of this? No. Trash. Gone. Garbage. So I was a little upset. I was like, well, but at least it's the spooky season now, so I can find a new spooky cup. So it'll be okay. It's just gonna take me a minute. Well, the Spirit Halloween that's been being the Spirit Halloween for the past couple years is not there this year. And I did not know that until we happened to have gone out to dinner one night. Oh, actually, it was our anniversary dinner. We went out. We went to Connor's. Oh, we love Connor's. We went to Connor's. And the Spirit Halloween that's there next to the Dicks is not there this year. I was like, well, where am I supposed to get my spooky cup? So, oh gosh, I went to I stopped at Bucky's sometime that weekend. No spooky cups there. Well, they have some spooky cups, but they're not my style of spooky cups, and so I didn't get any. I didn't take any of it. So I have a like a kind of like a seafoam bluish, tealish, or turquoise-ish cup. I have a tumbler. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just use this one until I find a new spooky cup. It's fine. Whatever. I used it, and then when his parents were here for that weekend, we went out to Cracker Barrel, and Cracker Barrel already has their Halloween table set up, and looking around, and I found this metal insulated, I think it is a tumbler, but it's not like the double sized tumbler where it's a small base and like a larger upper part. It's just all one size. It's a green metal insulated tumbler, and there's a picture of a cat on it, and it says, "Ew, people." I look at that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. I love it. And I was just commenting, like, whatever. And then we get done eating, and I'm out sitting on the rocking chair while everybody's like getting their food and paying and whatnot. And out comes Josh with the tumbler, and I was like, "Oh!" Like I wasn't expecting him to get it done. I was like, "Oh, I'll have to come back later and get this at a different date, like when I get paid next or whatever." And he just got it for me, and that was really nice. I really loved it, and it's been an awesome cup because I'll put water in the morning, and it'll still be cold the next morning. Like that's a 24-hour keep your drink cold kind of cup, and I don't put ice in my drinks either. I don't like ice. My water stays in a jug in the fridge, and then I just pour it into my metal insulated tumbler, and it stays cold for a whole 24 hours without ice. It's perfect. It's perfect. Um I need to interrupt myself. Today's drink that I'm drinking a culture pop. Oh, oh, hold on. I need to take a sip. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Good heavens. Okay. My mom went to Whole Foods and she said, "Oh, hey, I checked out their interesting soda section and they have that culture pop drink that you like, but they have other flavors." And I was like, "Oh, that's good because Walmart only has like 4 flavors." And I like, or maybe it's 5. Either way, I like 3 of them, but I would have had to have ordered off the website to try more flavors, and I wasn't going to do that yet. So right now I'm drinking a ginger lemon and turmeric culture pop soda. It's a probiotic soda. It's really good. Like if you don't mind ginger and you don't mind lemon, the turmeric kind of, oh, okay, it's there at the end, but I don't mind ginger flavored drinks. I love, okay, first of all, I love ginger ale. And I love a Moscow Mule, which has like a ginger beer, I think. I don't know, or just ginger soda in it. But ginger lemon soda with turmeric, it's really good. I enjoy it. I will probably be getting this again in the future when I go grocery shopping. Anyway, so Josh got me the cat cup. And I'm just kind of saying that's for our anniversary because that's about the time when it happened. And I got him a late anniversary gift. I made him, it's a color by number painting. So when you see it on the internet, if you happen to look at it, do not think that I just free-handed that, okay? Although, crazy enough, my family is like, oh, you totally could have free-handed that. No, I could have not. No, I could have not. Thank you for the encouraging words, family. No, I could have not. It was a color by number of the vase of sunflowers that Van Gogh did. Um, because one of my very favorite memories of one of our very first dates is he took me to the Van Gogh experience. And what it is, the Van Gogh experience is a traveling exhibit um of Vincent van Gogh's life and his paintings and how things correlated and his style of painting and how he saw the world with his style of painting. And like you go through the walking part and there's all his different things but they're like displayed in a different kind of way. It's not just paintings that are framed on a wall. Um, there's projections and they change. There's it's crazy. It's cool. It's definitely, if you enjoy art museums, it's definitely something that I would go to, except if you have vertigo and get chronic migraines and like if you can't go to the movie theaters and you can't do VR, don't go to it because the last part of the experience, like the major last part of the experience, you're in a room on a chair or on the floor and there are projectors projecting on everything except for the ceiling. Projectors are projecting on every wall and on the floor. So you are legitimately completely surrounded and immersed in his paintings, and it tells a story about like where his inspiration came from and what his first pieces were and how he gradually like perfected his way of painting, of how he wanted to portray his paintings, visually. And it talks about like the different colors and the different scenes and the settings, and it's crazy. It's so cool. It's crazy. And Josh and I just had like a very emotional moment together during that. And I don't know, I feel like for us to have had that specific emotional moment between the two of us that early in our relationship, it just really said something to me at the time. And so now Van Gogh kind of has like a special little piece in our relationship because it's like I see this and I just get this immense warm feeling of love that is so pure and wholesome, and it just takes me back. So for our 1 year anniversary, I painted him the sunflowers in the vase from Van Gogh and I gifted it to him. And all I will say is he enjoyed it very greatly. He had a very positive reaction, and I'm just not going to share what that reaction was because it's just, personal and private to us. Anyway, so that that was our anniversary. We've been together for a year, dating. We're not married. Woohoo! I feel like I'm out of breath. Like, what did we do? What did we do? I ran with a dog today, just half a lap around his yard. I feel like I've been out of breath since then. I had a girls' day today with my best friend. We went. I went over. I met her at the house that she was dog sitting at because the dog's owners had gotten home, and so I picked her up and we went grocery shopping. It was her day to go grocery shopping, so we went grocery shopping. Well, I went with her to go grocery shopping, and then we went and got some lunch, and then I wanted to go to this local shop. Their first store is in Hartselle, but they do have a store in Decatur that just opened. And it's called the Beehive Bathhouse. And they make their own body sprays, candles, lotion, body silk, soaps. Um, Let me think. Bath bombs, bath salt. I don't know if it's hair gel or body gel, but it's one of the two, or theoretically both. They make other things like joint liquid ointment, chapstick, wax melts. Oh, they make stuff for your dog, like dog deodorant spray and dog soap. So I've gotten the deodorant spray. I like the pineapple fluff for the dogs. And I got the body spray, which is really more of a hairspray. And I'm not talking like keeping your hair in place spray. I mean, like the person, when I purchased it, she was like, "Oh, this is fantastic. Like, it's a great moisturizer for your skin. Not quite like a lotion, but like, the properties of it. It's got some oils in it that's great for the skin. It's fantastic in the hair. It keeps it smelling good. It keeps it fresh. It keeps, it's almost like a detangler, even. I don't remember everything that she said, but it's got good stuff in it. So I spray it when I'm doing Ava's hair every morning before school. I spray it. She gets marshmallow fluff. She loves it. And I had got a snickerdoodle candle. They do soy candles, but this is it. This is the crazy thing, okay? I've never been a fan of soy candles. I think that they smell terrible. So they're like, "Oh, they're soy candles." And I'm like, "Ugh, great." But Natalie, my friend, she was like, "No, no, no, like try it, smell it." So I smelt one and I was like, "Dang, that's actually smells really good." And Natalie's big thing is like, "Oh, if I light a candle, I want it to make my whole house smell good. I don't want to have to go stand over the candle to smell the smell." And the lady said, "Well, no one's complained about the candles, but I do know that the owner, when they make the candles, they put in the maximum amount of oil that they can, like the smelly oil that they can in the candles. So they are very potent when you light them. So I would assume that they should fill a room." Um, so she's like, "Okay." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll try one." The Snickerdoodle one, it smells really good. It doesn't smell like shit because it's a soy candle like most soy candles do. I'll try it. Dude, it does. Granted, my bedroom, we keep it closed off, but I had it lit on my vanity, and the minute you open the door, bam, huge smack in the face. So, this would definitely make the whole room smell. I put it in the kitchen once because I wanted my kitchen to smell it. Yes, yes, it works. The whole kitchen smelled like it. It wafted into the dining room and living room a little bit. It didn't completely come in, but I mean, that's just how the smell's gonna travel. But like if I had one in the dining room, one in the kitchen, and one in my living room, my whole house would smell like Snickerdoodle easily. So I give the Beehive Bathhouse soy candles a 10 out of 10. Well, I give them a 9 out of 10 because today when I went, I said, "Hey, I am kind of big on, trying to reuse things like this, like the candle holder. If I brought back the one that I purchased for them to refill so I could repurchase the candle, is that doable? Like, can I bring it back so that way I don't have to throw this one out and purchase a new candle holder? Like, I can just reuse the one that I have." And the girl who was working that day, she was like, he's a very particular person with how he does his stuff. I don't think he's gonna fly for it. But I mean, I could take your name and number and I can ask him." And I'm like, "No, it's okay. Like, I'll just message the Facebook group, like, or the Facebook page, because I've done it before. I had some questions about some of their products. I'm like, it's okay. It's fine. Like, honestly." Um, so that kind of sucks because why can't I bring it? Like, give me a good reason why I can't bring the candle can back to you. My name is on it. I'll drop it off with you this weekend. Fill it back up with Snickerdoodle, please. I'll pick it up next weekend. I'll pay full price. I don't even care for a discount on bringing back the can so you don't have to pay the $3 for a can, for a new can to put your candles in, okay? I'll pay full price. I don't care. I don't need a new can every single time I want a new candle, you know? And she's like, "I mean, but like you could reuse it for your own candles." And I'm like, "I'm not making my own candles. If I can make my own candles, why would I come back and purchase from you? Like, no. I want you to make the candle. I will pay you the convenience fee of you making the candle. I'm not a candle maker. Your boss is. Not I." So I might try and still because, people are weird. Maybe that's one thing that he'll be down with, but she doesn't think it'll fly. But we'll see. And anyway, yeah, so we went there. I picked up some stuff. Oh, because I want my smell to be Snickerdoodle. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. So I have a Snickerdoodle body spray and I got a Snickerdoodle body silk. It's not just body lotion, it's body silk. So I'm excited to smell like Snickerdoodle all the time. Yay. Um, and then we went down to like a local bakery that's in town. And oof, if you can imagine, all right, let me try and paint this picture. Natalie and I want to come to this coffee shop when it's cold outside. Okay. Well, it's a bakery and they sell coffee as well. But We want to go when it's cold outside. And imagine you bring a book, you come in, you can choose amongst a small variety of nice baked goods, whether it's cookies or croissants or muffins. They have a pumpkin cream cheese muffin that was sitting on the counter. Ooh, they had peanut butter pretzel cookies. Ooh, blueberry muffins, lemon croissants. Oh my gosh. It smells like coffee when you come in. Who doesn't love a good coffee smell when you walk into a coffee shop or a bakery and it's just smell the beans. Oh my gosh. Yes. You turn around and there's a whole counter of bakery made chocolates. They have truffles galore. They have like 10 different kinds of truffles. They have like dark chocolate and pretzel, and they have milk chocolate in certain fruits, and they have caramel, salted caramel, probably, I would suppose. They have praline truffles. Oh my goodness. And then on the counter next to those, crud, what was there? There was like homemade like Reese's peanut butter cups. They did the white peanut butter cups. They had I can't even remember because there was so much. They have their own homemade peanut brittle. Um, they have nice little jelly jam goodie baskets everywhere. Um, oh, they had the cutest little tea light candles. Like the little thing that held the tea light candle was so cute. They have comfortable seating, open windows and low lights, nice music. It was a little loud, but we were the only ones there. So it's probably meant for when people are talking. They've got all different kinds of coffee and they have tea as well. For those who know from Piper Leaf, oh my gosh, if you know Piper Leaf tea, you know it's good tea. They've got Piper Leaf tea there. Ooh, and imagine bringing a book, getting a muffin, getting a coffee, maybe getting a couple little truffles, sitting on one of the comfy velvety couches with your scarf and your hat, reading a book in the winter. Mm, love it. Yeah, we didn't get anything today because because I didn't want coffee. I didn't want anything sweet. We had, I was still full from lunch. So I'm like, okay, all right. This is good to know. I want to come back. I'm not getting anything today. So on our way back to the car, oh my goodness, would you believe it? I parked just in front of a plant shop, a reasonably priced plant shop. Oh, I told Natalie, I can't go in there. I can't go in there. I'm on a budget today. I'm going to stick to the budget. And she says, okay, let's go in there. And I'm like, no, no, I can't. She goes, Christina, just get your ass in here. So I'm like, ugh, okay. And, uh, so my favorite color is black. Okay. And there is a good handful variety of black plants and black flowers out there in the world. I walk in. On the little stool directly to my left, right by my thigh, is a little black raven ZZ plant. And I have been wanting a black raven ZZ plant for a very long time. Okay? If you know what a ZZ plant is, imagine that, just black. I've been wanting one for so long, and it was right there. It was $30 it's like mid grown. It was beautiful. It's like, oh my gosh. I don't have anywhere to put it right now though. Like I don't have the space. So I can't get it. But she's such a nice woman and everything was totally reasonably priced. And she has a nicely grown pitcher plant hanging up in the middle of her studio for sale, of course. And Natalie's like, "Oh, is that pitcher plant for sale?" And she's like, "Yeah, it is." And she's like, "Ah, okay, well," she's like, "Well, I don't have anywhere to put it right now, but like, I know that you have one, and so I know like when I have a place, I can come here." I said, "Hey, like, do you have any Venus flytraps? Because like, I have a new gnat every week that is flying around my desk. So a Venus flytrap would be awesome to have." She's like, "Oh, well, I just sold out like a couple days ago on my last Venus flytrap, and I don't know when the next batch is coming in, but I normally do carry Venus flytraps." Oh, okay. and I saw a string of strings, multiple strings of pearls, and there was a pink princess philodendron, and the pitcher plant, and there was a beautifully bushed out spider plant, and they had oh my gosh, I've been wanting a Chinese fortune plant or a Chinese money plant, also known as a copper fortune plant. That's what it is. Chinese money plants are also called copper fortune plants. I've been wanting one of those. Um, Succulents galore, of course. All different kinds of broadleaf fauna, you know. Snake plants, typical cacti, which I mean succulents are cacti, fun fact, but I'm talking like the prickly cacti. She sells cuttings for $1 and they're super cute. She's got cute plant stickers. Oh my god, I gotta put one on my sticker collection. I got one. It says plants are my therapy. It's beautiful. Um, she has like a section of plants that are labeled safe for pets. Um, so I mean that's awesome. I mean like cuz how is like an average person who's new to the plant world supposed to know, oh, most of the easy plants are harmful to cats and dogs if ingested. Which most of my plants that I have in my house are harmful to my cats, and most of my cats have eaten a bite or two of most of my plants. But oh my goodness, it was that place has a chokehold on my wallet. I did not buy a plant. I don't have any room for any more plants, but I did purchase a hanging pot. I'm going to put one of my baby spider plant cuttings into it and put it in Ava's room because spider plants are really good for purifying air. So I'll put one up in her room and she can have a little spider plant with her bamboo plant. Yeah, went there, spent a minimal amount of money, and then we went home. It was fantastic. It's great. And then Josh took me out to dinner tonight. We went to Bad Daddy's Burgers. Shout out to my waitress, Gabby. She's really good. She's awesome. She's great. It was fun. So, yeah, it was a good day today. Ava's been homesick though. Wednesday afternoon, I got a call from the school, and they're like, "Hey, she's got a 99 fever, so she can probably make it the last hour of the day, but if you wanted to come pick her up, you could." And I was like, no, I'll just pick her up in an hour. There's no point in moving my lunch break around and then making other people on my team move their lunch breaks around if she's fine for the last hour. So I pick her up and they're like, yeah, she's kind of looking pale. She was saying her head was hurting. She wasn't feeling very good. And, the temperature and her sinuses sound a little snotty. And I'm like, great. So what's going around? And they're like, we have no idea because all the other kids who have been going home with similar symptoms, they go get tested and everything's been coming back negative. So we don't know what they're positive. But it's just something viral. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Um, I'm not gonna take her to the doctor if this is all that she has wrong with her. So, and they're like, yeah, we don't blame you. And I'm like, cool. She's not gonna be in school on Thursday for sure. Like, she has a fever. She needs to be 24 hours free of a fever before she can come back to school. And they're like, yep, sounds good. And I'm like, and there's a good chance she probably won't be in Friday, but if she shows up, don't be shocked. And they're like, okay, that's fine. So she was home with me all day Thursday, driving me crazy. I love her to death, I do, but good lord, I need her to listen better when I say, can you be more independent? Please don't bother me while I'm trying to work. And so then I kept her home Friday as well because she was just a little too snotty for me to send her to school comfortably. Um, so I kept her home Friday. Same thing. 48 straight hours with my kid while I'm trying to also work and deal with people at work. Too much. Too much. About lost my shit. About lost it. All the marbles, all the screws would have been all over the floor. It would have been bad. But she's at her dad's. So it's okay. I really needed this girl's day, my best friend, without my child. So it's much needed. I feel much better now. We're good. The world is round. Um, oh, I've been working on my moon calendar and I'm working on my Wheel of the Year stuff. So I have all my moons written out, new moon and full moons, and what all the full moons mean and all the dates and basically like what I'm going to do for each new moon and each full moon. Um, because when I do things like that, it also kind of helps keep me on track with my timeline, you know? Because, like, girl, mid August, I said, it's still the beginning of June, right? No, it's not. So I'm out here labeling my documents, like August 9, 2025 at work. And I'm like, that's weird. My kid's birthday was just like 2 weeks ago. Like, what do we mean it's the middle of August? And I mean, like, I'm recording this and it's the beginning ish of September. What do you mean it's the beginning of September? What do you mean we're 2 weeks into September? No, it's July 4th hasn't even happened yet. What? No, no. So by doing these like moon rituals, it's kind of also like mentally keeping me in check. Like, okay, this is the part of the year that we're in. You need to keep up with the stuff. You need to make sure you're progressing forward with your goals. And also, like, hey, girl, you're getting older. So make sure you're still enjoying life. Make sure you're still, you know, you understand you're not 24. Girl, let me tell you, dead ass. The other day, maybe at this point 3 weeks ago, I I think I had a friend over and come to the room. And in that moment, I legitimately thought and was in the process of saying that I'm 24 years old. I'm 27. I'm currently 27 years old. And 3 weeks ago, my brain, for 5 seconds, fully, committedly, 100% believed I was 24 years old. Where did those 3 years go? How am I almost 30 years old? I'm not almost 30 years old. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a house. I don't have a career. How am I almost 30 years old? That's a life discussion for another time. And this time is not the time for that kind of discussion. Maybe next time or two or something. I don't know. But right now is not the time. But either way, time flies when you're getting older. It's crazy. So we need to do more to live in the moment. And that's why I do these moon rituals now, is to remind me to live in the moment, you know? What was it? When I was younger and obsessed with Beyonce, I had this quote printed out. It said, you have as many hours in a day as Beyonce. And I was like, yeah, I do. But I don't have all that money that she does, so shit, I can't spend it the same way that she does. Whatever. I was salty. Anyway, yeah, I've got my moon phases and those moon rituals written out and planned, and I've put it in my calendar, and it's awesome. And so now I need to do the Wheel of the Year, um, and write out those rituals too, because that's stuff that I care about. Ding! I was winking and pointing towards my laptop when I said that. Hold on, I need to take a drink. Ugh. Ginger and lemon and turmeric. I drink it and I just feel so good. I feel so good. Um, one last thing, one last little note I wanted to share about. Um, I wanted to share kind of some of the other podcasts I listen to, and then just some of the things that they have said that have kind of just stuck out to me. So another podcast I like to listen to is The Bald and the Beautiful by Trixie Mattel and Katya. Um, for those who don't know, they're drag queens. You can get over it, okay? I don't give a crap what you have to say. But Katya said, maybe it was Trixie. I think maybe Trixie said, moving like this is a privilege. Now, Trixie, I think, is upper 30s and Katya is like lower 40s in age. So definitely like at those ages, moving like this is a privilege. Being able to bend your bodies like this is a privilege, especially as the older you get. Um, and for somebody who was in dance for like what, 15 years of her life, and then suddenly good going and having a baby, and now my body is not at all what it used to look like or used to feel like, bending like how I do, barely, is a privilege. So it's crazy. Katya said that working out. Oh, hold on. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry if you heard that. That was disgusting. Working out should be treated more like meditation. It's about how you feel, not what you look like. And she said, I just get on that treadmill and or on like the bike, like was it an aerobic bike or something? She goes, I get on it and it's such like a good meditation session for me. Like I feel alone in the gym. I'm surrounded by people, but I'm able to get into a headspace. I feel alone. I can think about things. I don't care how I look. I don't give a shit. And the faster that everyone else doesn't give a shit about how, like, you don't give a shit how you look to other people, the easier this will be. Um, it's about how you feel. If you feel like you're up there and you're doing good and you're getting that sweat out, oh yeah, I'm working it. We're doing great. I'm burning calories. Awesome. That's good. That's how you want to feel. Like when you're working out, you should not care about how you look. You should care about how you're feeling. And if when you work out, it's a good feeling, you're gonna want to keep doing it because you're gonna want to keep feeling good. If it's giving you like a boost of dopamine and serotonin or whatever, then you're gonna want to keep chasing that feeling. So when you're working out, don't think of it as, oh, I'm doing this so I can lose weight. Oh, I'm doing this so I can get buff. Oh, I'm doing this so I can pick up chicks. No, take it as a minute, take it as a time of meditation where you can, quote, relax, kind of, relax your brain, you know? Use it as a time to focus on you feeling good so that you want to chase that good feeling. And that will help you, or should help you at least, with feeling successful in sticking, like going to the gym and sticking to the gym. Um, I also listened to The Basement Yard with Joe Santagato, and he said he's got this list of things that he's been, at the time of when he said this in his podcast, super early on, he had a whole list of things that he needed and wanted to get done. And he said, and honestly, you know what? Procrastination is a step up from where I'm at. Because procrastination means you eventually get it done. And where I'm at, I'm below that. I know I need to get it done, and I know it's not going to get done. And I just thought that was really hilarious for some reason. That's not motivational at all, in my opinion. But like the fact that he's able to like look at his situation and acknowledge the fact that, yeah, I'm not even gonna get this done. Procrastination is a step up from where I'm at. Like, I don't know, I just thought that was really funny. And then this isn't a podcast, but I watched a video on one of my feeds on a social media somewhere on my phone, and it was a guy and he was giving like he's a motivational speaker, I guess, or something. And basically, what he said was negativity is a gift you don't have to accept. Okay. So he gave an example. He's like, what if, imagine like you're a kid on the playground and these kids keep coming up to you and they're picking on you, you know, and they're picking on you and they're teasing you about like your shirt or something. Now, as a kid, it's really easy to accept that negativity and that the fact that they're picking on you and to believe what they're saying. But Think of it like this. At Christmas time or a gift giving time, like a birthday, if someone comes up to you with a gift and it is just god awful, you're like, no, please, I don't need that. Like the gift, if you decline the gift is still theirs, you know? They have a gift, they tried to give it to you, you said no. It doesn't just go nowhere. It is technically still their gift. Like it's returned back to them, right? So it's their problem again. That's the same and can be done with negativity. When someone tries to come into your life or comes up to you and tries to bully you or to say something mean and negative or tries to bring you down or tries to put their negativity onto you, you don't have to accept it. And it's not that the negativity goes nowhere or just poof disappears. It goes back to them. So that's their mess that they have to deal with still. You know? You don't have to believe what they say. You don't have to accept it into your life. And your life will be so much better if you just don't accept it. You know, if they coming up to you, they're like, "Man, dude, why'd you we're supposed to like we're supposed to be chilling, man. Like, why did you come dressed up to this?" You don't have to accept it. You can just be like, "Well, I don't know, it felt like it." Boom. Declined the gift of negativity and sent it back to them. So now their negativity is still their problem. They have to learn how to deal and to cope with the negativity that you did not accept. You know, it's kind of the whole when someone keeps poking and prodding at you, if you just don't react, they won't they're looking for that reaction and when they don't get it, they'll stop. You know, they'll eventually leave you alone. So you don't have to accept the negativity. You can return to sender. You know what I'm saying? And then they will still have to deal with the negativity that they brought, you know? It's just a little bit of karma for ya. What comes around goes around, you know? Um oh, hey, I'm looking for a liquid dish detergent recipe. DIY, make it at home, make it your own, homemade liquid dish detergent. Not dish soap. I mean like dishwasher detergent. Because the white powder that I'm using right now, which is not dish detergent, but it is like it's dish detergent without all the terrible chemicals that the pre-made labeled dish detergents have. It's leaving like this white powder residue and ouch. Ow, I got a knot in my hair. And I don't really like having to rinse my dishes again to try and get it off. So if anyone has any like liquid recipes that work, let me know. I've tried to go onto some of my homestead groups and a lot of them say like, nah, like the when it comes to dish detergent, we just buy the clean stuff. We don't make our own because they have the same problem too of like the white powder or whatever. Um but they're all about they've commented how they haven't made a liquid one yet. They just keep using powder dish detergent for the homemade dish detergent. So if anyone has a liquid one recipe, please send it to me to try. um you can send it to my email averageghostmom@gmail.com. You can message me on TikTok. You can message me on Instagram. Um Also, I would love it if you guys could follow me on Apple Podcast or Spotify or YouTube, subscribe to any channel, leave me a good comment, a nice comment preferably. If you could rate any of my episodes anywhere, leave some stars. I would greatly appreciate that from you guys. So, but that's all I've got today. That's all I've got for right now. So I hope you guys liked my Get Them Dang Kids fed last week. It was that was kind of a fun episode because one of my interests is cooking, but I was like, well, but how do I incorporate cooking into a podcast episode, you know? And I was like, oh, I could do like this. And it was fun to do a bit of research because I also had learned some new things or had some new inspirations about some stuff that I didn't have knowledge of before. So it was fun for me too. It was fun for me too, as well. So anyway, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week. Okay, bye.